go to the grocery market. Oh, I noticed that one headlight is not working, so I'm gonna have to check that out before I go anywhere at night. I have to fix that. Well, I'll take you down to the grocery market here in town. I don't go there's a couple ways you can go. It's just a very small town, but it's so beautiful. There's a park up here on the left. Of course, every one of these towns, you got to slow down to 25 miles an hour because of the school zone. It's like a traffic trap, or whatever they call these things. 25 miles an hour, and it's $4.59 for gas now. The other day it was $4.79 in a little town nearby. And they do have cops that sit here. And wait. But it has been raining, and it's supposed to rain a lot more. Oh, I was thinking, why are there flags? I guess it's Memorial Weekend or something. I don't pay any attention to all that. The guy in the laundromat was just saying that you go to Walmart to get a job, just put down that you're a vet, and they hire you immediately. Which I don't know who'd want to work there, but you know, you need a job, I guess. Some people may have to do that to get a little money, but once they start requiring the thing, you know, well, I'll edit that out. Beautiful little trucks, huh? It's like mine. It's like, who tells every town, today is the day we put out the flag? We act like we're patriots and we care about stuff, you know? Is it just because that's the day where people could go shopping? It's a day off, or what? You know, I don't know. I don't know why it's so, you know, we wonder, like, sometimes people think, well, people do what they want. Every town has their own mayor and they make their own rule. No, they don't. You work for the man. You're doing anything in this world. Everybody works for the man. You will do what you're told. You will declare it a national holiday. Why do we have holidays that are not religious? Now, we're not worshiping somebody, right? Oh, yes, we are. We're worshiping the government. Memorial. You must remember. See, I was told that memorial meant we were remembering Jesus. But now it means that you're remembering the government and how wonderful they are, and they saved your life. And why, if it, you know how back in the day we all said that Jesus saved us. Yeah, he was our salvation. We had to express that by saying, do you know the Lord? I mean, he will save you. Do you want to be saved? Well, you see, people don't believe in that. They scoffed at that. Why, you're crazy to worship some man who says he's a god and doesn't really exist. So we're going to invent a straw man, call him Mr. Government, Uncle Sam, and he's going to wear certain colors. They're very symbolic of our religious, you know, programming or whatever. These colors, when you see them together on a flag, you must literally put your hand on your heart and start pledging your allegiance to the government for which it stands. You see, this is not, I don't think people understand that we are, the government is the kingdom of this God. That's what kingdoms always were. They had a king, and he was the representative, the royal bloodline from the gods. And nothing has changed. Old Uncle Sam must be worshipped. But yeah, look at that Jack in the Box over there, and there's a McDonald's. I don't even know if you can see it because of the... There. There's a Burger King or something too, not far. Ace and everything. Foodland! Foodland! But there's no food in there. Well, why are you going in there, Dave? Well, yeah, I still need milk and eggs. I eat eggs and oatmeal mostly. Oatmeal is one of the best things a person can eat. Alright, well, I'm going to go in there with the phone, show you around, but I'm going to have to be discreet about it, guys. So I'll take you with me here. I'll be right back, okay? You guys just hang on there, and I'll be back in a minute, okay? Everything will be great. I forgot, you just push a button and the door locks. And it works. I'll be darned. Because I'm you know, is it a disease or something? It's called bipolar. I don't know. No, I don't have a disease. I'm just kidding, guys. But I got to check the truck, make sure it's locked. So there's the movie. Yeah, it's a movie. We're in a hologram. A hologram. A hologram. Is that what that means? Holy? All right, we'll go ahead. Yeah, get us a cart. Makes it simple when you come to buy stuff, because all you eat is oatmeal and eggs, milk and cheese. I feel like getting out in the country, grow my own garden or something. Oh man, guys, you got to make sure you can get some property where you've got your own water here soon, because they won't be selling it very much longer. And you'll have to drink tap water, and that'll kill you. They're making more money off this water than they are off the gas. $1 a gallon for water. And look at all this poison. See? They sell water on one whole aisle of water. You know? Chips. Crazy. More water. A whole nother aisle back here. Toilet paper and water. Donuts. And now there's getting to be more fake milk than there is real milk. Isn't that weird? Got some oatmeal. Yeah, what else? And eggs. We got eggs though. So I just came mostly to get water and milk. Anything else? Looks like it. Lots of beer and wine. Let's see what they're selling. A lot of frozen stuff down there. And here is for the children, you know, sugar water and regular water. Okay, we already saw that. Let's go down and around the other side. This whole store is nothing but garbage. Next aisle. That's for dogs and cats. The old soap and detergent and chemical aisle. Lots of chemicals. Nothing to eat there. More sodas. Okay, here's what we feed our children and the seniors here. High fructose corn syrup. All this stuff is garbage though. I noticed that all their honey is all fake. You know. Syrup has molasses in it, so they put that word on it, but if you look at the ingredients, you know, it's just corn syrup or something. All this is corn syrup. But even the oatmeal, I'm going to try to look for it online here pretty soon because I'm told it's got BHT in it. Poison and everything. Coffee, cookies, little huggies, soaps, oils, hydrogenated poisons, canned food, juices, canned foods, more canned food, box foods, and the packaged cured meat. All this stuff is high fructose corn syrup. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off. So guys, that was my adventure to the store today. And I went to the laundromat before that. I'll go ahead and put that at the end of this video so you can hear this conversation that I had with some guy that was there washing his clothes, and he worked at Walmart. But I wanted to show you this other little clip. I haven't been watching this program I was telling you about, the 100. I saw the whole thing, went through all 100 episodes, but that was several weeks ago. I finished it. But I had this on my phone. I forgot to show you this. But there was this one scene. I mean, there's a lot of scenes I wanted to show you guys, but this is kind of an example of some of the stuff that's in this movie. It's very symbolic, and they're trying to tell us something. But just take a listen to this.
One garden, two serpents. Eden never stood a chance.
So, you might be able to hear it raining in the background, but it's a rainy day. Well, isn't that interesting? Two serpents in the garden. Eden never stood a chance. See, what's interesting about that is that I've been saying that because I read the Sumerian tablets that talks about two serpents in the garden. And, of course, this whole thing, this 100 episodes of the 100, they've done research, obviously, or they know something in their little think tank when they come up with these scripts. So they know mythology. They're synchronizing all of this stuff, kind of like you know, YouTube and some of these truthers are trying to synchronize. They're into this synchronicity, and they're trying to. I think it means that they're going back and they're getting all of this ancient mythologies from every nation and trying to synchronize it with the Bible. At least that is what I've been doing. But I find it very, very amazing that the television or this Bavarian group is trying to do the very same thing. Sometimes I think they listen into us to get ideas. I believe they've been listening in to me and my thoughts and conversations. But I find it very interesting that they mentioned the two serpents in the garden because, you know, most Christians don't realize that the story of the Garden of Eden is a story that goes back to Sumerian tablets and the Egyptian Book of the Dead and, you know, Gilgamesh and all of these ancient books from Babylon and Assyria and other places, Persia. And they all tell the same story, and it all talks about the garden. And in all the stories, there are two serpents in the garden. Well, who's the other serpent? We know that Yahweh made the serpent. First of all, because it says in Genesis chapter 2 that Yahweh, Jehovah, made the garden and all the animals, and he formed them from the dust. But then he curses his own creation. Right? Yahweh does. He curses the serpent. And we've talked about the symbology there. But what's interesting is that he makes the serpent, but according to Sumerian tablets, there's another serpent in the garden. Who else is in the garden? At least in our Bibles, there's only Yahweh and the serpent. And, you know, it was the serpent who was, they have a name there. They use a Hebrew word for that serpent. And it's the same word that you can use for a charmer. Somebody who speaks to the dead, or someone who is involved in some kind of whispering from the spirits, from the dead, from the world of the dead. Remember the alligator that was above John Dee and Edward Kelly that we've been talking about, how they prominently put the alligator, or the crocodile, I should say, above their heads. It's the same crocodile that's in all the ancient mythologies there, especially there in Egypt. We showed that the other day. It's called Sebek. And it was they worship the crocodile deity, which is the god of the underworld. But who is that god of the underworld? Sebek. We've pointed out, we've shown proof that that is Yahweh. But let me show you another little piece of evidence. Throughout the Bible, it uses a particular term that you might be familiar with called Leviathan. Leviathan, if you look at the description of it, fits the description of a crocodile. And since they went down to Egypt, and it was, you know, in ancient times, Israel was in and out of Egypt and stuff. And they were in that area where there are crocodiles. So scholars say that word Leviathan really does mean a crocodile. So elsewhere where you see this dragon monster, it may very well have come from this dragon monster, may have very well come from this crocodile concept. So the crocodile deity is the god of the underworld, the devil, the serpent. Well, Yahweh says, I made the Leviathan to play in the waters. Tells you that in Job and in Psalms, that Yahweh claims to be the creator of this serpent, evil. Remember, he says in Isaiah, I create darkness, I create evil. I am the God of vengeance. So I think it's very interesting and telling that they're now admitting in the... Oh, there's some thunder. It's really raining. So they're admitting, but you have to know the esoteric wisdom to see that they're coming out with the truth. They're coming out of the closet. They're saying, "Wow, we worship the devil, guys." This is what this is about. Now, take a look at this next clip, too. This is interesting.
There have been 38 men to have the lineal heavyweight championship going back to John L. Sullivan in 1884. 38. Tyson Fury, has earned his place on that great list.
4,000 people, you delivered one perfect punch.
You know, first of all, I want to say, as always, I dedicate this to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
So you might think, well, what are you showing us that for, Dave? Well, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, I'm a big boxing fan, and I'm a big fan of this guy, Tyson Fury. I mean, I'm a big fan of all of them. I love Wilder and Joshua and Andy Ruiz and, you know, all of them. So, but I really follow this Tyson Fury guy. I like him. This guy is 6'9". He's huge. And he's a really amazing fighter. But, and you know, and there's something about him saying this. He always says this after every fight. He's never lost a fight. He's always saying he gives the credit to his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I truly believe that this guy believes in his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I've seen this guy talk on different subjects, and I think he's a pretty smart guy. However, I pointed out because of the oddity of beating the crap out of somebody and then claiming to give the glory to Jesus Christ. I don't know if that is cognitive dissonance, like we were talking about, where people make statements and believe in certain things that don't really make sense, but they believe in it anyway. I do believe that he is genuinely sincere when he says he gives the credit to the Lord and Savior, and somehow in his mind he thinks that the Lord Jesus just helped him beat some guy to a pulp. Obviously, Jesus did not help anybody beat somebody up. But yet they say this. Now, this is a small thing and everything, but for us it's just some thing that happened and somebody said a funny thing or an odd thing. But for him personally, when he says it every time, he has to somehow or another be, there's got to be some cognitive dissonance. Because he must, if he does believe in Jesus, he must believe in Jesus for a reason. He must believe in the message of grace and love. And yet he's, you know, saying somehow that it's his faith in Jesus and his faith in love that gives him the victory over some other man. You know, that is odd. Just saying. A little odd. So as much as I like boxing, I don't think I'd go that far. But now I want to show you another little clip. This is really interesting, this next clip. This is a clip of the Johnny Depp trial. Just a small little short clip. Now I've seen this going around, people saying that she was snorting cocaine on the stand. And I don't know if she really was or not, but take a look at this because it sure does look like this Amber Heard was snorting cocaine while on the stand under oath in this trial. Take a look.
Mental condition. It's still hearsay, Your Honor. May we approach you?
Then there's this. Oh, Vox. And this one says, America needs more doctors and nurses to survive. In order to survive, but the more we get, we seem to die quicker. Meanwhile, everybody's clamoring, we want Trump, we want Trump, the guy who invented the thing. So, any of you who are voting this year, knowing that last year, well, we can't say what happened last year, but there was these machines that they made that was also used in Venezuela. That's all I can say. But the other thing is that, do you know that this man is lying to you? Do you really believe that he went out and did something? That the president went out and did something that you in your heart know is very, very bad, and you wouldn't do it yourself, and you wouldn't want your family to have to do it, you'd even quit your job or lose your job or go hungry rather than do it. But you're going to go out and vote for this man? Take a look at this, guys. And please keep this permanently in your mind, what we just went through.
Both the president and I are vaxxed, and did you get the booster?
Yes.
I got it too. Okay, so no.
And then there's this, guys. I don't know if anybody's paying attention or if anybody will remember, but there's also this. And this is not some minor detail.
I want to thank you all for being here to discuss a critical issue for our country's future. Winning the race to be the world's leading provider of 5G cellular communications networks.
So yeah, we got to remember that. See, I think a lot of the people of the world, they reason this way. They say, well, he's the lesser of all evil. He seems like a nice guy. He's a normal guy. He might be a bad guy, but you know, he knows how to get the economy going again. Maybe he'll lower our taxes and he'll keep us out of war and really? Through strength, he has this deterrent, and he's going to be like a Reagan. And no, Reagan was selling arms for Contra. Trump literally had a show on television, you know, where he was like, "You're fired." You know, he did all that to promote himself for years so that everybody would, in the end, think of him as this businessman who'd come in and clean up and save the world. But what he's really doing, it's all been orchestrated. He's coming in to make a one world government, and everyone will be applauding the one world government, begging for it, and getting down on their knees to worship this man, even though he's the one who really actually created it. But we're going to blame it on Biden because Biden's the scapegoat. He's the old senile man that bungled it all up, Mr. Magoo. And they're going to say, oh, it was his fault. I wonder if they're going to even bring up the voting machines this year. Well, they probably will. But look, everything that you're going to be witnessing between now and then is going to be some sort of, mind control thing, right? I just want you to know that I'm not going to be talking a whole lot about the news. I'm going to stick to my lane, which is we're going to be talking about faith in the Lord and biblical principles and so forth. Well, I guess I'm being relegated to that position now because I'm not allowed to say anything political because they don't seem to like my opinions. But just suffice it to say, be careful, guys. You know, the only king we have is Jesus, friends. And the laws of this world are not from Jesus. So be careful, guys. Oh, and so I did want to run this by you guys, too. You know, I've been doing this for years. Years and years. I mean, I did politics. I did spiritual subjects and science and history and all of these things. And we're going to continue to do all these things. Because, you know, that's what I do. I just talk about things that the Lord impresses me. But I am now at a point where they're just literally telling me it is just not allowed. I am not really allowed to talk about certain things. You can probably guess about what kind of things I'm not supposed to talk about. So what I'm going to do, since it's just literally too risky at this point, I may lose my channel. If I lose this channel, not only will I not be able to talk to you guys every day, which I think is imperative that we talk every day, that we investigate and study and research and put all of the pieces of the puzzle together. And I think that's very important. And encourage the brethren as the day draws near. But it's important that I stay on the air. So I'm going to change my format just a little bit. Instead of just sitting here doing videos, I believe the Lord is telling me something. I mean, right at the moment where I get this truck that is now a truck that I can rely on, and I can drive around and go places and see some country and take some pictures, some wildlife and caves and canyons and mountains and valleys and flowers and animals and wildlife and all of these things that we're going to be videoing. We can talk about these other important things while we're out in nature. And I believe that is a better format so that we don't get in trouble. And I will also stay away from certain sensitive subjects. So, from now on, or, I don't know if all my videos will be that way, but there's going to be a lot more videos that will be in the format of me walking on a trail or hiking, and we'll do the revelations and Bible studies and all the stuff that we've been doing, but we're going to put it into another format, kind of like the ones we've been doing where we're hiking in the woods and stuff. And I think we'll try that. Now, I may still do the other videos from time to time as well. Maybe days where it's raining, we can't go out and we can't go walking, or maybe the gas prices are going to get so high we won't be able to take the truck out. But we're going to do it that way for a while and see how it works. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just play my little time that I had today at the laundromat. There was some guy there that was talking about Walmart. It may be interesting, it may not, but I'll let you see it anyway. And then I'm going to go ahead and get this loaded, and going to put another video or two that I did when I was down. So there was probably 2 or 3 videos every day here for a few days. I know you guys probably don't got the time to watch all these videos, but it would do me a big favor if you could at least leave it on while you're doing the dinner or something, because I really do need. It seems like there is nobody watching these videos right now, and that's partly due to the fact that I've been away for a while. People forget to watch, or YouTube's not going to remind you that I'm back, and they're not going to support or I should say promote my videos. So I could use all the support you guys can give me. Let your friends know, your family. Go ahead and watch this, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Have a good one. Well, we're at the laundromat. Got to do some laundry right here in this beautiful town that I live at. And well, there's one person in there, and I already went in, and it looks like a decent place to wash clothes. So I'm going to head and take you with me on a few of my errands today. Wow, it has been raining and raining. I mean, it is just supposed to rain off and on all day, and I think tomorrow, and I don't know, is there a hurricane or something coming up the Gulf? I haven't been paying much attention. Isn't that convenient how the world today, we just got little ice machines parked over here and there, and laundry mats, and it's just, so convenient to live sort of mobile. We're all kind of mobile. We live in our mini homes or our trailer. I think half the people are living in a camp trailer somewhere. It's crazy. A lot of people buying little pieces of land out in the middle of the desert, just to park, I guess. Which is what I'm going to be doing here pretty quick, because my daughter is moving to Riverside, California, so I'm going to be moving towards the west as close as I can get to her, although I don't know if I really care for that area in Riverside. That's a little close to LA there, but maybe Arizona area or something, as close as I can get. Trying to find something over there. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this laundry in.
Yeah, their general rule of thumb when they build a new Walmart is they try to have at least 50 miles apart from the last Walmart,
Yeah.
So like the one in Kimball and one in Scottsboro, they're 40 miles apart, so that's not so bad, So.
Yeah, that's not too far.
Yeah, because there, you know, somebody in Kimball's not gonna go all the way to Scottsboro, you know, they
Right.
know that, yeah.
Yeah, they've got them all spaced out so everybody gets a Walmart, I guess.
Yeah. But the thing that surprised me, you know, when I first heard it, like, you know, they ship from a warehouse, okay? And like when I was in northern Minnesota, the warehouse that they were shipping from was like over in Wisconsin, and like that kind of made sense, you know, because their distribution center, you know, covers like, I don't know what, 400-mile radius or whatever it is, you know, and that makes sense, really, you know, instead of having one place, say, in Arizona going through the whole U.S. That's quite a drive, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and they also hire their own drivers too, so I don't blame them on that, you know.
Yeah. So, they're pretty good working for Walmart? You like working there, Walmart?
I don't mind the job I do. Honestly, the people I'm starting to work with are going to be a bunch of jerks, you
Yeah.
know? So, that's part of the reason why I'm looking to, you know, go somewhere else. And, you know, the bad thing is that if I transfer to, say, Scottsboro or Kimball, I mean, same thing there. What if I don't like the people that are there? Well, then I gotta wait 6 months before I can transfer, you know?
Yeah.
You know, and that's a rule, you know.
Yeah, well. Yeah, I guess everything's getting up almost $20 an hour now.
Yeah. And that's the other bad thing too, you know, when, you know, if you want to be in a manager position, you know, you're fighting against so many other people, you're lucky to advance, you know.
What do they pay the managers? Start off.
What they call the team lead, you know, they're in charge of certain departments, that's $20 an hour. Now, when you go to the next level, a manager, which is one step below the store manager, I'm not sure what they pay their salary, you know.
Yeah, they're probably getting quite a bit more.
Yeah, and I'm sure it is good money, you know. And I never truly believe what someone say when, oh, I make more money hourly. It's like, if that's really the case, why are you still a manager? You know, but I don't argue with them because I know I won't get a legitimate argument, you know. But I know a store manager makes good money, but the one next below, I have no idea, but I'm sure it's good.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, that's, you know, that's virtually almost impossible for certain people to get those positions because the person that makes a decision, you know, they have to like you or not, you know, and the problem I see is a lot different than when, you know, we grew up that, you know, one, you know, not so much that did you go to school or not, you know, it's, you know, how knowledgeable are you of what's going on and are you a good leader, you know? And, okay, going back to my last store, I'll use that as an example. There's one guy who's gonna be put in charge of deli. They did not ask him one question of how do you serve said food, you know, how long do you cook it for, whatever, blah, 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 you know? There's not one question about that, you know? And it's like, and I know they get trained on, you know, cooking it up and all that, don't get me wrong, it's just, I'm sorry, if you're gonna be put in charge of the people as well as the food and all that, you know, I would think that they would like you to be able a general idea on how much to order, how long you cook it, you know, stuff like that, because if somebody gets sick from it, guess who's at fault, you know? And
so they're just looking for personality?
Yeah. You know, and that's just it. They're more worried about how well the person
or whether that person's going to stay with them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So, and that's the sad thing at my last store was that way. If they liked you, they hired you, or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
It took me like 5 tries to get in at that store, and the only reason they hired me was because I happened to be a vet, and the company was hiring 250,000 vets.
Yeah.
Like, gee, thanks. You mean my resume didn't mean a damn thing? You know? Yeah, I'm serious, you know?
Yeah.
because the only thing I changed on my 5th try that I didn't do the first 4 times was I put down that I was a vet. Oh, they called me in less than an hour.
There you go. Now you know how to get a job at Walmart, huh?
Yeah, you know.
Do they check it, or do they just?
Yeah.
Do they even check to see if you're a vet?
You know, well, that's just it. You know, I put down that I was a vet, but you know, I mean, and I didn't have to show that I was a vet, meaning my DD 214. You know, they just said, "Oh, you are? Okay, fine. You know, come do an interview." I mean,
Wow.
fine. I'm glad I got in, but you know, like I said, my resume didn't mean a damn thing. You know, and the reason I say that is because you know that's the other thing I think about when, okay, like let's say you're interviewing to be a hire. Doesn't matter what the job is. Okay, are you willing to stick around? Meaning a lot more than just 1 paycheck or 2 paychecks, you know? Are you willing to be here for a few years? You know, you know, when you teach me what to do, you're gonna want to know that I'm there for a while, you know? And I showed that I did stuff like window cleaning for 18 years, blah, 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 and all this, you know, that I stuck around, you know? That's why I say, you know, that stuff doesn't mean anything, but anyway, so. To me, it means something, you know, but you know.
I notice they don't care much about skill, because I've gone there many times and people are doing what they're doing. It's like, so there are people in wheelchairs working there. Like, you know, they don't necessarily really care much about skill. They just want you to fill the position. You know?
Right.
Stick with it. Be nice.
Right. You know, customer's always right. Blah blah blah. Whatever. You know.
Do they actually say that? I didn't even think they ever said that, because usually when you go to somebody at Walmart and tell them something's missing or something's out of stock, they're like, I don't care. That's not my department.
Well, you know, and you're right about that. That's kind of sad, you know, and I try to talk to them about that, you know, and one of the things I've heard about when this stuff gets stocked, and this goes back to when I was cashiering, is that, okay, like when I scan something, system automatically orders 1 more. You also had a department person that goes through and supposed to order stuff, and then sometimes the manager can throw in a couple things, you know, whatever, right? Well, if the system all knows what's been sold, why are the shelves empty, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, they probably don't have anything to order. They're running out of stock, probably.
Yeah. And that's part of the problem, you know, is that...
Are you running out of a lot of things? Have you noticed a lot of things running out?
It kind of goes around. I mean, okay, well, you know, for a while there was toilet paper.
Yeah. Okay. How about the baby formula? You got
now it's like the baby formula stuff.
Yeah.
But that's because there was a recall, I think. Okay.
Well, I heard too that they're sending it down to the border for the kids. They bought millions of it and they stocked it in a warehouse for the kids coming over the border.
Well, and that's just it. I don't get too much into that part as to, you know, the warehouses are not able to keep up with the supply and demand. I don't know, because I'm in online ordering, okay, and so yeah, you know, we do have certain things that are being hard to keep up. But the other thing is too is that, okay, like Memorial Weekend, yeah, we had a lot of empty shelves because first 3-day weekend of the year, or if you want to look at it that way, people are going out, so a lot of people are buying, tourists, you know. But that's on those weekends like that. July 4th, Labor Day will be the same way. Well, now that it seems like it's slowed down, I'm going to get rolling.
Yeah, we'll go break in the rain there.
Yeah. So have a good one.
All right, you have a good one, sir. Stay dry.
All right, I'll try.
Careful when you drive back and forth to work.
Yeah. Well, I got today, tomorrow, and Thursday out, so, you know.
Well, so this is the laundry mat, and I didn't bring soap, and this isn't working. So there was a guy in here that was kind enough to loan me some soap, and I was going to pay for it and give him money for it, but he wouldn't take it. It's a really good guy, works at Walmart. But it's not a bad little place to do your laundry, I suppose. But I did get ripped off here because I didn't realize that these were triple. And They're probably a better deal, but anyway. Heading out. Done with the laundry. And the rain has stopped. Wow. Ah, how the babies doing? Huh? You like this new truck? How the babies? Well, now we gotta go to the store and get some stuff and hold on.